There, digits. All right. So, a lot happening this week.
Oh shit! Is my green hat gonna green screen out? Oh,
that would be amazing,
guys. What happened to my head?
It would be awesome if you could then have shit exploding out of the top of your head. That would be fucking awesome.
What if I
just change it to green screen and you'll disappear?
Dude, I'm about to.
Holy shit! He's the Invisible Man, everybody.
All right. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna hit this up. Welcome to episode 11 of the Geek Savants. I am Dave Dwonch.
I am super.
Brett Miller.
Brian Roberts.
Ron Zorb.
Oh my God! Cue the music. All right, fucking. So John, this is not a political show by any stretch of the fucking imagination, but shit's been going down. It's a crazy fucking week. We went to space again. By the way, guys, you like my space scene? I'm in orbit right now.
Dave heard the word SpaceX and thought it was SpaceX, so he was like, "I got to get on that. I'm got to be on that."
Yeah. Then I realized I was going to be on YouTube, so I put a shirt on. That was it, man. I was like, ooh, I want to show my tits. But John, stop reveling in the fact that you have half a brain. It's fucking terrible. And Ron, where the fuck are you, Ron? Where are you casting from?
Daytona Beach. We have a nice party going on back here.
Of course.
I tried to get away from the party for a bit, just to podcast.
So are you...
I don't know if I'll be there next week. But hopefully,
are you alienating people by coughing all over them and being like way too close and taking your shirt off?
I don't know what happened to my mask. Here, I better get a mask on.
It's either all behind him, way far away.
Are we at all worried that helicopter is going to kill somebody? I think that helicopter is dangerously low on that party.
if you switched background,
my pencil disappears.
No.
You guys can see it. It's disappearing on my screen.
It is disappearing.
Like, Ron's doing magic tricks.
I know. Where'd you go,
Where is it going, Ron?
I really want you and John to switch backgrounds so that John can then chop his own head off with the hat thing. That would be amazing. Okay. There are some peaceful organization picketing or protesting, I guess, and then there's some looting and rioting.
They're on strike.
It's all crazy.
They're all on strike right now.
Well, sorry, like my words are I'm without words with this weekend. Like they opened up shit for business, and then everyone decided to riot. So it's fucking crazy.
You know that would be because a cop put his knee on a dude's neck for 9 straight minutes, which is probably bad. I'm just going to guess that that's not a good way to do it. Even when the guy is telling you he can't breathe, and the guy just sits there with his knee on somebody's neck and people are telling him to get off, and, that's a bad situation,
I did not see any of that video because it would just make me fucking sad. I can't imagine.
It's pretty rough.
It's rough. Yeah. It's very rough. Yeah.
What's really tough is that there were only 3 officers there and a ton of people around, and no one did anything.
Yeah, I think that I actually am. I mean, and I know what of course, we all know that in a situation like that, what we would do. We don't know what we would do, but it's just tough. Even if one of them had just rushed in a little bit to throw that guy off a little bit, who knows? But instead they stand there with the camera and film, and it sucks, but. So basically, since then, it's been nonstop, peaceful protesting, while also some anarchists are apparently using this as an opportunity to be real assholes,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you got our president who has every fucking opportunity to be an asshole. He takes it, and
every time.
It's fucking
It's time,
crazy.
look, like the thing about that dude is like he's at a perfect opportunity right now to like if he was just to like I'm saying from COVID, if he had like stepped up and been like, guys, I got this, that's easy re-election right there. Easy, and he didn't. So he has no concept of how to just shut up and just do the right thing. So
do you remember Do you remember when we had a podcast and like the last few episodes of our podcast, it was around election time. We were like, there's no fucking way this guy's getting elected. And then like we delayed
Boy, we were right
releasing
about
our
that.
podcast.
So good.
What's the over under? What's your guess on whether or not Trump is getting reelected? Because I think he's getting reelected. And I think there's nothing we can do about it. Not us as a group. But what do you think? I'll start with Ron. What do you think? Because
I don't know. Like they're saying how he's been bungling things up right now with the whole COVID thing and the economy about to completely tank unless he can turn things around quickly. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, but it doesn't look good to him. For him, I should say.
do you think that like because of COVID and the economy being in the shitter, I think the economy would be in the shitter no matter who's in charge. And it's just a matter of how that's perceived and how it's spun. So like he could roll that into, hey, I did everything that I possibly could, fuckers. And I dare anyone to tell me that they could have done better.
That's the problem. Is like that's what I'm saying. He really he's not doing even the fake job of doing a good job. It's like if you had the fake job of doing a good job, you could be like, see? But I don't even know if he's not doing a great job even in that, in faking it. So
yeah, he's golfing and twittering. That's about all he seems to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is that he's not doing a good job, but he's going up against Biden.
Yeah.
I just don't think Biden's got the chops to make it.
I would agree with that. I don't know. My vote's for Lex Luthor. Like, remember when he ran for president of the universe, and I was all, oh, no one wants that guy. But that guy's an absolute hero compared to Trump. I mean, it's fucking crazy to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we sit as a country.
The one thing that gives me some hope with even Biden is, of course, he's got still his VP to pick, which is looking like it's going to be a woman, which is a bonus. And then you go with the fact that there is just people out there that are like, I just don't want to vote. I'll vote for anybody that isn't Trump, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I even we're talking independents, some Republicans, they're just done. Well, and what we're trying to do, what people should think is that all we need is people to not go. And if people are disillusioned with this guy, they just won't show up this year. There's a lot, it's hard for them to show up also. So it's like the people that are passionate about it and want him done, they're going to show up no matter what or do whatever they have to do. Whereas like, if you're just kind of like, yeah, he's not my favorite, they're just not going to show up and support the guy. So he loses so much of that vote that switched over to him back in 2016. He loses that little cushion that pushed him right over the edge. He won Wisconsin, Michigan.
Are you saying that he's losing the cushion? He's losing the cushion for pushing? Is that what you're saying?
He's got no cushion. He won Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin by 100,000 votes. And it's like those are votes that normally went to Obama the last two president elections, but now people just didn't like Hillary. And so he was able to tap into people being like, hey, let's vote for me. So now I think because of his moronic inability to be a president, I just think that he's going to lose that little bit that trickled over to him,
I hope you're right.
I hope you're right too, but I don't think you are. I don't know. Uh-oh. Hey guys, I just got an alert on my phone. The city of Los Angeles is declaring that a curfew will be in place from 8 p.m. tonight. I was out bike riding this morning, and there were helicopters. There were like lots of protesters out there, so it's been crazy.
Good luck keeping that curfew out. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I think San Francisco did the same thing. I read someplace that they're going to do the same thing.
I mean, not all of us can be as brave as you, Ron. We're not going to go out onto the beach right now and be like, "I'm fighting," you know? And also record a show while you're doing it, which I think is kind of
so
admirable.
bold.
Yeah, multitasking.
I think things are going to calm down pretty soon. What I'm worried about is when they have the trial. If the cops don't get there,
Oh, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked. Those guys are fucked. I mean, I think we're getting these riots and everything because they didn't fire those guys immediately. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
they're
they
going
didn't
to
arrest
trial.
him. They didn't arrest him
Yeah.
immediately.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They still haven't arrested the 3 other accomplices. I mean, they've really just got the one guy. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I
I
don't
feel
know,
bad.
man.
Hey, as a white male, the whitest of the white out of all of you, even Grant, because he's Jewish, I feel so terrible for what's going on. And I honestly, like, you guys know me. My blackness is not hard for me to hide, but I feel so bad for what's going on in the world right now. It's a really crazy place we live in right now, and a lot of us have young children, and it's a scary place.
Yep.
You know, what's 25 years from now is a very interesting concept to think of. And you know, where our kids are going to be that old, and you know,
we live in unprecedented times and unprecedented times. We live in a fucking world that, like, in a country that doesn't have a fucking leader.
Dave's gonna TM that.
We have like a pandemic. Yeah, I'm a writer, but we have a pandemic. We have businesses closing. We have the worst economy ever. Grant, you sent us to space this week. We have to talk about that. And then we'll get to some fucking cool shit like HBO Max. But Grant, what do you think about SpaceX? I want to shift gears a little bit because there's nothing that we can do as a group but commiserate.
I had a big old launch boner during the whole thing. It was pretty amazing.
Did you?
Which part was amazing?
Did you erupt before the countdown ended, or did you erupt as it ended?
At the ending, I pretty much watch every single SpaceX launch anyways, and so this was like I got really excited for it. And so when it got aborted earlier in the week because of weather, I was pretty bummed, but then it all worked out for Saturday. And I watched the soft docking at the International Space Station. That's all, you know.
Yeah,
you have the soft docking.
That's all after 40. That's all you get is soft docking.
The hard dock is the best part, but you got to wait.
So I got to ask you a question about this because we were watching it and I was really interested in it, but I couldn't pinpoint why I was interested in it. Is it because we're like, there's a romanticism, or are we like, is it going to blow up, or is it like the undiscovered country? What is it? Is it all of it?
It's all of it because I think myself, along with most everybody that was watching, it's like, you don't know if that shit is just going to blow up at any time because space is hard. And that's what Uncle Elon likes to say. And everything went perfect. And I like the cameras inside watching Bob and Doug doing their touch screen, pretending like they're doing stuff, even though the whole thing is automated.
Oh, yeah.
Even for the doc.
By the way, I'm writing this down because I think it's the best name so far for an episode. It's called Soft Docking in Hard Space.
And I especially love that the astronauts are Bob and Doug. It's just because
Bob and Doug?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
How much work did you do on this rocket, Grant?
0. I wish I did a lot of work.
Oh, you should have said classified, bitch. Why didn't you just say classified?
Did you stick anything in any of the ports?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
All right.
There it is.
Are you actually? we all know you're using a virtual background, so can you just admit to us that you're actually in space right now?
Maybe.
Damn.
Baby.
You know, like my 83 Yugo?
Is that what the
It's
interior
Bob,
is?
Doug, and Grant.
Yeah. It
What,
didn't have as good of a ring, so they just left his name out. It was just, it did not work. You do it? What are you doing, Brian?
Like it was
The
fucking
iPad
rad,
started
though.
falling.
I mean, I kind of agree with Grant though. Like they had these guys. It was like a really elaborate. Like they're gonna drive the Teslas are gonna automatically drive these guys to the rocket that's automatically gonna shoot into space. But for the briefest of moments, they were like not hugging their kids, and I was like, I kind of want to be this Bob or Doug's kid. How baller are you if your dad is getting rocketed into fucking space? Like. Amazing. I mean, like that's the stuff of memories. That those kids must be shitheads at school. Like, oh, what's your dad do? He's a dentist. Oh, my dad fucking works for SpaceX. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. It was great.
I don't know. Does Donovan walk around school going, "My dad works for Tesla"?
No, he doesn't.
No. Oh shit.
He makes fun of Tesla.
Bigby walks around his virtual school and says, "My dad's unemployed."
He doesn't say that. He doesn't. Say
No, it's more like he's a deadbeat or something like that. It's not even that fancy.
that. Yeah, he
It's
doesn't.
not even that fancy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a $5 word, John. Your kid
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know any fucking $5 words. Unemployed. So, what's been going on in your lives other than the? I mean, we've talked about like the world and what's been going on. What's been going on in your lives, guys? I haven't really. We've been like chatting on the text and all that, but what's been going on?
All you do is send us pictures of comic books. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like, I don't chat on the text. Like, you are literally bombing us at 11 drunkenly. Brian, look at this. It's the first appearance of, I don't even know. Pick some random fucking character.
Rocket Raccoon. Random character.
He sent us
I have-
another
I-
one. What
I
was
shut
the
my
one you
background
sent
off.
last? You sent like a Beverly Hills 90210 comic.
Oh, that was the
No,
great.
I did not buy that. I didn't buy that. But here, hold on a second. Let me do this.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry about the mattress that's behind me. That's real creepy
Nice.
because we're getting
That's
a new
good.
bed.
Oh,
We're getting a new bed
Bloodstained.
frame. But I got
Bloodstained. Oh,
Space
that's cool.
Ghost.
oh, nice.
I got this week's hauls. This week's haul. I got first appearance of
Oh,
Mockingbird.
that's a good one.
Buck.
I got
Yeah.
this one. This one was fucking tough, guys. All right. This one I've been looking for forever, and I got a fucking nice ass copy.
First Deathlock.
Should be very happy about this. It's hella clean. And then
Deathlock the Demolisher.
just for shits and giggles, I got it for the on the cheap. I got a 9.2 of first fucking Venom.
Ooh, I should send one of mine off like that. See, do they actually count that? They don't, though.
That's Cameo.
I know they went 300
cameo.
and it.
A cameo.
I'll cameo your ass.
And 300 is like nothing now.
Is it? It's not that bad.
I got first
Oh,
first
baby.
US Captain Britain. Yeah.
Wait.
So dope.
300 is less than 299.
No.
Okay,
It's
because I got like 298 and 299 because McFarlane. But somehow don't have my 300.
I
mystery.
sold mine a long time ago.
so but you've been fucking buying comics too, Brad. You've been doing some shit.
I've been getting a little bit. Nothing like you. I'm not
Dip
like
a little
buying.
toe in. Dip a little
Yeah, just a
toe.
little bit. I did find.
Oh, Brian's
Did find
now.
this. Oh, is it gonna show up?
You got
Yeah,
it.
shut your background off.
Oh, dang it!
I know.
None. All right.
What's that?
Jungle Action 6 is the first Killmonger.
Oh, that's fancy.
Where did you get that?
I got that fantasy books.
Was it that's in Fremont? Livermore.
Livermore.
What are they open for business? Like not curbside? They're like
What?
tell me about that. Oh,
well, they're not
Oh.
supposed to be, but we did Me and my brother did get entrance into that shop.
Hang on. I gotta call the cops.
Yeah.
I got more shit. I forgot I got more shit. Hold on a second.
So my Ian, there was another book there that Ian ended up picking up, which was Iron Man #1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a fantastic book.
Yeah.
So Iron Man 1 is the one where
it's
he's
not his first
bursting.
appearance.
He's bursting. Oh, that's a great cover.
Yeah.
I love that cover.
Yeah. That was like one of the things he always wanted was that book. So he had the chance
What is his book? Tales of Suspense? Tales of Suspense.
It's one of those, yeah. Yeah.
What's
so
Iron Man's first appearance?
He's putting on the armor, the silver armor.
Yeah, you sent us this. This is one you found in your books.
No, this is one I just picked up. I picked this up at The Escapist in Berkeley, or Oakland, Berkeley. It's hella clean too. I was like, holy fuck. So they allowed me access into the shop too because I know the manager there, and it was just me and her. So we're working on a comic book together. But I was like, yeah, let me in and I'll take a look at some books, because she sees me buying books and she's like, why aren't you coming into the shop? And I'm like, I don't know.
Because you're not supposed to.
Because I don't live in the Bay Area and I'm not supposed to. But I went in and picked up.
Because I live in LA is also another reason. Yeah.
I think the problem with me is I like going down the rabbit hole of finding stuff on eBay. I don't I think Brian is way more concentrated. Like, you know what you want and you go and buy it. Like, do you have a list? Mm-hmm. I don't even have a list.
Small list. I did buy a couple more. I bought the first other Captain Marvel. What was it? Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16?
You're talking about Monica Rambeau.
Monica, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that one. And I got Micronauts #1.
Oh, you fucker. I've been bidding on those. I've been trying to get one. And
Brian beat you for one, actually. So
well, I didn't.
Sorry,
I'm not buying like Dave. I'm not like here. I'm looking for the 9.6 or whatever. But it's just they were both raw. And so I did not pay that much for them. I wanted them. I just wanted them because the Micronauts has the first Bug appearance in it. And Bug is a part of Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I always liked Monica as Captain Marvel. And I understand why they made Carol Danvers the Captain Marvel now, just because she's the current one. But I think she pales in comparison to.
I agree.
Yeah. I think they missed their opportunity. Like, if that was like a legit good way to get a cool ass black character in the Marvel movies, and they blew it, dude. That was a great.
She was really good when she was in the Avengers. Super powerful.
She led them too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And then
me that they can't bring her into the.
They can. She was in the
she's
movie.
In there. Yeah, she's in the movie. She was a child, but they went ahead however many years.
Yeah,
they went
but
ahead.
then she was in that. What's that one? She was in Next Wave. Next Wave.
That was a great book.
She was really good in that. She was great. She was known as Photon, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a wasted character.
Hey, Brian,
I think she's great.
Who was that artist on that book on Next Wave?
Immonen? Yeah. He was great too.
Super good.
Great.
Super good.
That was if you can pick those up, at least the trades were always kind of expensive, but that was a great book.
I want to segue too, because John, you said we had comments on YouTube, and I don't know if they pertain to our artists stuff, but that Stuart Immonen thing made me remember that. So what were the comments?
Let's see. So we've had some great comments off of our episodes. Let's see. I just wanted to knock out a few. Eric Chacon, in terms of our streaming episode, commented that he's with Grant on YouTube Premium, that he says not having ads is awesome. And then the ads were killing him, and you could download videos to your devices. And then, so you can actually like download videos, and I think you could play music and videos with your device, or at least music with your screen off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. Newt Cox, or as I like to call him, Dubats, You all remember Dubats, Debate. He wanted to know if Ron Zorb would protect him from the virus.
Do you want to actually ask that question in the old voice that you used to use? Because it was.
Hi, y'all. This is Debate. Ron, would your Zorb protect you from the virus?
Here's a question for you guys. When are you going to look at Brian's face? He is so mortified right now. I love it so much.
That's
Why won't you
blast
let
from the
Ron
past,
answer?
man.
Ron can't answer. You
Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. Go for it, man.
Well, as you can see, I'm not actually in a Zorb.
You're in trouble,
Yeah.
buddy.
But yeah.
All right. Manicore. Good old. What? Go ahead.
How long until you guys are ready to like go out to dinner outside in a restaurant with people?
Never.
Never?
I'm a homebody now.
Ron's like, Ron is sponsored by Domino's Pizza. But really though, like when are you guys gonna do it? Have you done it?
Can't do it.
You and Grant went to a coffee shop like a couple of lovers.
Yeah, that was about it.
Yeah.
But you didn't stay there. You went somewhere else, right? And you had your.
They've opened
Fest.
some restaurants in Orange County here, so it's starting.
Of course they
like,
did.
Yeah.
Of course Orange County did. It's super Republican. Of course they did.
Well,
Not that being a Republican is bad, by the way.
I'm trying to play it safe only because I think that I'm one of those people in the high risk group because of my hypertension that like puts me at like a very high % chance of keeling over if I get it. So if they can come up and say there's a treatment or here's a vaccine, then I'll be a little bit more whatever. But yeah, I would.
Ron, maybe your stress levels and such and all that wouldn't be so high if you weren't at the beach right now.
Oh, yeah.
Thousands
True,
of people.
very true.
Okay, that's going to put some real stress on your blood pressure on there right there. Okay,
Yeah.
buddy? All right. Manicore, a.k.a. Keith Knudsen, commented on our artist episode. He said his classic would be George Perez. And then he said his current would be Chris Batista. Batista.
Chris Batista. He did some old fucking like I think Steel comics. I really liked his art. I don't know what he's doing currently, mainly because I don't read current comics. But he was really good back in the day. You know who was dope? Chris Sprouse. Do you guys remember Chris Sprouse?
Yeah,
he
was great.
And he did Tom Strong. That guy was baller, straight up baller. That Batista was like very much like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to give a shout out to this guy, Eric Norcal. He's been commenting a lot. He said his favorite artist is Gene Colan, and he likes Eric Powell as his current artist.
That all makes perfect sense. If you like Gene Colan, you will love Eric Powell.
I love Gene Colan.
Do you really?
Oh, dude, come on. His vampire stuff and like his Howard the Duck. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't really into that stuff. I don't know why.
I actually have you know what's funny is we were talking about like early comics. One of my earliest comics, in fact, that one I showed you guys, it was an Iron Man, was one of the earliest comics I read. Gene Colan did the art for that. Huh. And I didn't realize that until looking back at it later. But yeah, I love Gene Colan stuff, which I love Eric Powell stuff too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see how Powell. I don't know if Powell like influenced you at all, but I could see how he could, like big monsters, ugly stuff. You know, he's cool.
I love all that shit, like Bernie Wrights and Corbin. Powell. I love horror artists. Horror artists are some of the best.
Do you like Mike Plug?
Yes.
Yes.
No, Plug is great. Plug does a lot of the like some of the more like like the classic eerie type stuff.
Yep.
I like that stuff. No, a lot.
In other news, other than grim and gritty bullshit that we all are like, it's draining us emotionally. We had HBO Max that debuted this week. Do you guys have HBO or do you like?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay, so if I have HBO Go or HBO subscription, do I have HBO?
Just update it.
I think you get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do I have to download an app?
Yeah, just go to your app store and update HBO Now, and it'll convert to HBO Max, and you'll get a fuck ton of shit. There's so much shit for Grant. Grant, do you have HBO?
Yeah, I've got HBO.
Did you update to HBO Max yet?
How
Is
do
it-
you update it?
Yeah, is it? Mine's through Hulu. Does that work?
I don't know.
No.
I only had HBO Now through my app, and then I was paying $15 a month, and then I updated HBO Max, and then there's a ton of fucking shit now.
Yeah, I kind of want to get it because they have all the DC movies on there and stuff.
Yeah. No, you know what you're gonna dig the most, Bri? They have every Godzilla movie ever and every Studio Ghibli movie ever. It's
Okay.
fucking awesome.
That's racist.
I'll probably
but
sub
okay.
to it,
I mean, why does Brian have to be the one that will really like that? I don't
Look,
understand.
I'm not saying
would
that
love it
because
too.
he's Asian. I'm saying that because
I know.
he's Asian and also my
Grant.
friend.
I mean, I don't know
you're
why
good.
I would be interested in that.
Grant, what's great is they also have Schindler's List and Life is
Oh,
Beautiful on
yes!
there for you. Okay, so
Oh, and
So-
also when Harry met Sally. So it's super Jewy, Grant. You're gonna love it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's
It'll be
really good.
fantastic.
It's really good. There's some Bruno Kirby in there. I mean, you're gonna love it. Bruno Kirby, your enthusiasm, Grant.
Right.
You're gonna love it.
I want to. How do I get the DC channel
You have to pay for it.
without getting
Why?
the DC streaming service?
don't get it. Just get HBO Max because Doom Patrol is coming to HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
have
already
it.
there.
I have the DC universe right now, but I'm ready to cancel it because I watched pretty much everything I wanted to on it, and everything is 100% going to move over to Max because
Hey,
universe
do you know,
cannot survive by its own. There's no way it can survive.
Before you do that, before you burn your bridges, do you want to give me your password so I can watch Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I need to watch it too.
I think it's
Yeah, I
on
guess I
Hulu.
can.
Now, okay, so I was on Hulu last night, and there was a Harley cartoon, a Harley Quinn cartoon, and it was
It's
like,
gotta
but
be
it said it was on Sci-Fi. Do you think they ported it over to somewhere else? Because
I don't know.
I saw King Shark. Was he? in the
Yeah, it's a good show. Well, the second season's not as good as the first season, but dude, that show is so funny. King Shark's great.
Let me tickle your balls a little bit. Can I tickle your balls? Hi, guys, can I tickle your balls? Can I tell you what's happening on
Oh, no.
HBO Max? Whoa, no. Here's all the shows and films you can watch on HBO Max.
You know what's funny?
So,
is like
Search
I
Party's
watched
on there.
all the Office, and now I want to watch Friends. So I'm glad. That's why I'm going to get HBO Max.
Oh,
So I
that's
can
right.
just
It's
start
on there,
Friends.
huh?
Yeah,
Friends or Fringe?
Friends.
I already watched Fringe. Highly recommended.
Super good.
What is this? Oh, that's fucking that. All right. Hold on a second, guys.
Dave's
What's
watching
happening?
stuff. This is
What's
just like
going on?
podcasting live when Dave would be
Pause
on his
it.
phone
No.
and we'd
No,
lose
you
it.
know
He's
what?
all, oh, you got to see this. Still
Let me
doesn't
tell
work.
ya.
Still
Let me
doesn't
tell
work.
you. Yeah, it's like John. It's like John having Windows open and he's got Pornhub going. No. I was looking at the list of what's coming to HBO Max, and fucking there was an ad that popped up. So my bad, guys. My
Way to
bad.
go.
But let me tell you, Dune: The Sisterhood is coming out on fucking HBO Max.
What?
There's a Dune. There's Gremlins is coming out, the animated series. All the HBO shit's on there. Search Party, if you guys didn't see that shit, Search Party's fucking amazing.
What's that?
It's a show that's got who is maybe from yeah, it's her and her friends. They basically like they sort of know but don't really fucking know dies, and she's like, she was my best friend, and then it's like her trying to find her best friend who's not her best friend, and then they find her, and it's fucking crazy. You watch that shit. It's great. It's 2 seasons, but the next season's coming out. The fucking OC's on there, which is fucking awesome. That Primal show, that Gendy Tartakovsky.
Oh, I want to watch that.
That's on HBO Max now.
Ooh.
All of the fucking so they have DC, Studio Ghibli, Turner Classic Movies, all the Godzilla movies, and Ghibli, DC.
It's anything Warner, right? Anything that's under that umbrella.
Yeah, and they have a Green Lantern Corps thing coming. I think it's gonna
A new
be
show,
fucking
right?
viable. Yeah.
I'm getting it. Well, wait, I haven't.
You have
I
it.
think you have it already.
I already have
That's a
it.
great ad, Dave. That's a great ad. We'll be sponsored by HBO Max in a few months.
I know.
Brought to you by HBO
Oh, that'd be
Max.
nice. That'd be real nice.
Yeah,
Geek Savants are dumping tons of money into HBO Max.
I love Disney Plus, but there isn't anything on it, and I think HBO Max answers that question of like, well, what am I going to watch?
Shut your whoring mouth, David.
Whoa,
I will tell you what I watched.
tell me, Star.
Clone War. I have finally finished the Clone Wars, and I will say that the last 4 episodes of Clone Wars is some of the best Star Wars stuff you'll ever see.
I was I've seen some tweets from people that I like know and respect, not you, but people that are like, it's the best Star Wars that ever, and like the last 4 episodes make everything good again. Like it just changes your perception of Star Wars.
They not only was the animation looked like they spent a lot of money on it. It looked better. You know, it looked better than just even the previous 4 or 5 episodes before it. And it synced up. All the last 4 episodes synced up with Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
How many seasons?
And it was
Clone
7 seasons. But honestly, dude, like,
I don't
you could
want to
just
watch all 7.
No,
You
no,
just
you
watch
could
the last season.
Watch the last season. Sure, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, watch the last
4 episodes. Yeah.
You know who Ahsoka is, right?
Of course. She's the best.
Okay, then you're fine.
That's it.
Then
That's all you need.
That's all you need to know.
And that Darth
'Cause
Maul is alive.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
all this stuff's super. Yeah. Did you watch Rebels?
No.
Oh,
I saw some of it. It's good.
bit.
oh, baby, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good one too.
here's the here are the channels on HBO Max. You get these are the hubs. So like Disney has Pixar, Marvel, National Geographic. They have HBO, DC, Sesame Street Workshop, Turner Classic Movies, Studio Ghibli, Cartoon Network in its entirety, Select Adult Swim, all of Looney Tunes, Ron, all of Looney Tunes.
Even the racist stuff?
And for
all of it.
And for Brian, because he's Asian, Crunchyroll. Huh?
Oh, the anime thing? Is it all the anime?
Yeah.
It's all of Crunchyroll? That's interesting.
All of Crunchyroll.
Does
I
that
don't know
mean
what that is.
Venture Brothers is going to make it?
Oh, I didn't look to see if Venture Brothers was on there yet.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Wow.
Way to bring it back, Brian.
Wow.
So Star Wars, it was fantastic.
I don't
It was
see
good.
Venture
You should
Brothers
watch
on
it.
here.
It's very good.
The Adult Swim stuff that they have is extremely limited. I'll tell you what they have right now for Adult Swim, but it's not nearly as deep as you want it to be.
Is anybody watching What We Do in the Shadows?
Fuck yes. That show is hella good, dude.
I know. I just started the 2nd season. I'm so stoked.
It's John, just roll through that fucking thing. It is
I will.
fucking great. I love it.
I do. I try to watch a couple every night. It's so great.
So
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite vampire, Dave?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. I mean, like, I think my least favorite is Nandor. And I think that
You don't like Ned?
the emotional vampire, I can't remember his name right now,
Yeah, he's
is
so
the
great.
best. He's the best.
Colin Robinson.
Colin Robinson. Thank you.
Colin Robinson. Yes.
Yeah, he's great.
I like. What's the guy with the mustache, or with the one that's married to the girl? What's her name? What's his name? Nando? No, not Nando.
Nandor is the other guy.
And then Nadia, and then But man,
Nadia
that guy is
actually,
amazing.
She showed up on a reality show on Netflix last week, and it was a sculpting with plants and fruits and stuff. And she was like, I was like, why does that voice sound so fucking familiar? And I was like, oh, that's fucking Nadia from What We Do in the Shadows. She's funny.
That show's highly recommended.
That show's
too.
on what?
FX.
You can watch it on FX, so Hulu. Hey, no one needs to know about this, Brian. If you give me your DC password, I'll give you my Hulu password. No one needs to know. We're fine.
That works. Works for me.
Okay. Very good. Very good. That's what I want to know. That's great. So
I also
would say, go ahead.
Get a pen, Dave.
No.
It is. No.
Oh yeah.
Could you also kick down your social security number for me? That would be sweet. I don't know. What'd you say there, Uggs?
I was gonna say out of the last thing, I'm also watching Avatar. Anybody watching Avatar?
Never.
I've
Have.
seen some of it in the past. I never watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I used to watch it with Donovan a lot.
That
It's not
show's
bad.
super good too.
Yeah.
And that one is, you know who worked on that show? Dave Filoni, bringing it back to Clone Wars and Mandalorian. He
Really?
worked on Avatar. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I could see that. That one seems really good too. But we watched Toy Story 4.
Oh.
Ooh, what'd you think?
I gotta say, man,
Best one.
Toy Story, hands down the best 4-movie franchise ever. 4 straight bangers in that franchise. Right? I mean,
by the way, 4 Straight Bangers is the name of your Pornhub channel. So whatever.
So true. So true.
So true. 4 Straight Bangers. I mean,
At
I
least.
Can we do this?
Right?
Like we're rolling right now, and I know that we're rolling into the next episode. Can we Pepsi challenge ourselves to talk about 4 Straight Bangers next week and figure out what series have had 4 movies?
None. Name one. I'll give you this time right now. Name one.
Matrix had 1, 2, and 3,
Okay,
and
that's
Animatrix. And Animatrix.
That doesn't
Yeah,
count.
we're not all
David.
bad.
It doesn't
Nothing
count, but they're
counts.
making another one. So when that
And not
other
all
one comes out, we will. It
Not all
already is
Matrix-
kind of behind Toy Story, though.
Not all Matrixes were good.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they were all
okay.
they were all acceptable.
There's good, and then there's bangers.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see here. Fast and Furious 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
Have
gosh.
they done 9? They haven't done 9. So
I would say
Good for it.
that Fast and Furious got better as it went on, though. Like I would say that there are 4 movies in that run that are bangers. If you
yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Great.
I just listed them 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello,
Yeah.
Fate of the Furious.
yeah.
No, I don't, dude.
By the way, we're doing the episode already. This is the worst part. This is the worst fucking episode.
No.
of it.
Well, then
We're
I'll
doing
just bring it back. Dude, Toy Story 4 was so good. Like the way they were able to use the antique store, which was a totally new setting, and then the animation looked incredible, and they didn't even have to use the older characters. Like they were able to just kind of put those characters off to the side and bring in this whole new world of characters.
How amazing was Forky,
So great.
dude.
Yeah.
It was, you know what I really liked was I liked Dottie. Is that her name? I think her name was Dottie or Dolly, whatever. The villain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Her plot was not necessarily a villainous plot, you know, which was really
No.
cool. It was kind of there wasn't really it wasn't super evil. I really loved the Canadian Evel Knievel dude. Great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was
Keanu Reeves, man.
fantastic.
Keanu Reeves killed
Yeah.
that shit. It was so good.
And then like I thought Bo Peep was incredible too.
Mhm.
And Woody, you know, it was great. I really enjoyed it. I was so entertained and laughed and was really emotional throughout the whole movie. And I thought there was no way I was going to feel that way in number 4 of this series, especially after the gut punch of number 3, the ending of number 3,
Yeah.
where they're in the lava pit or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I couldn't believe how powerful it was, really.
so
What made this so good though is because they changed it all up. It wasn't like the
Yeah.
same story of 3. It's like, oh, let's do something completely new, and it
No
worked.
kids. Like hardly
Yeah.
the kids were not the main focus of the thing. And really like Forky represented more of like Woody's arc than even, you know, just the idea of a spork with eyes glued on it or whatever. But man, it was a great movie. I highly recommend that. All right, I'm all done. That's all I've watched. All right.
I like that, and I think that like we should end this episode on that was your recommendation for the week.
Anybody watch anything else? We're not going to.
Yeah, I think that everyone should shout out one thing.
I saw Ready or Not.
It's so good, right?
So good.
Wait, which one?
Ready or Not.
Oh, it's great. It's a great movie. That's a great fucking movie.
I highly recommend it. And you can't say too much about it because you'll give away a lot of the good stuff. But it just has great moment after great moment and lots of tension and then surprises.
What did you think of the ending?
Loved it.
Don't spoil it.
Love the ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. the guys that directed it, they go by the name Radio Silence. I don't think they're using that as their name anymore, but that's kind of their little directing crew. And they did a segment out of one of the VHS movies, and they did one of the segments out of another movie called Southbound, which is similar to VHS. It's like a horror anthology. And the guy that I'm working on with my little project that I'm doing, his book he wrote is being directed by those guys. So he's
Really?
doing. One of them is from Oakland. Like one of
Hey,
the.
who did you sleep with to get in bed with all of these? With that dude? What?
I just know people. I know folks.
Nice.
Hey, guy writes a book and he sells it his first book. I'm like, I'm gonna hang out with that guy. I don't know.
So my recommendation is obviously HBO Max, just because if you already have HBO, you might as well convert over. And my thing is Primal. I will say, if you haven't watched it, it came out a while ago, but it kind of like was unceremoniously done on Cartoon Network. It was like midnight, 5 days in a row, and then it was done. If you didn't see it, watch it, because it's fucking Gendy at his fucking best, and I loved it.
I love Gendy.
And it's super violent. It's so fucking like crazy.
I love violence.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, check that out for sure. Hey, you guys have anything, Brian?
A recommendation?
Yeah.
I watched two things. Do you want one that I might recommend or the one that I wouldn't recommend?
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know. You tell us. You do whatever you think. And then
I watched two things. I watched all of the season 3 of the Young Justice.
Ugh,
I did watch the whole thing.
You wouldn't recommend that?
I actually would, but
really?
with the caveat, I mean, I understand what John was mentioning. It is very different. It's not what you would really not what you expect from season 3. I would say it's a very slow burn. They probably could have cut that season in half, and it would have done it a lot better. It was 26 episodes. It's a long season.
I did not make it. I only made it through about half.
I like it. I mean, I think it kind of came about well. I did watch Stargirl, and yeah, it's like watching a CW show. I don't really understand. It's hard. It's hard to watch.
Isn't it basically a CW show though?
Yeah,
No,
I mean on
DC
DC Universe.
Yeah.
It's on DC
Universe.
Oh. But I felt like it was one of those Guggenheim like shows, like the Berlanti shows or whatever.
It basically is.
Yeah,
Yes, I think he is the producer, and John's is big on it. Like he wrote this. There's only been 2 episodes out, and he wrote. Well, the 3rd might be out now, but
yeah,
he wrote
it's Jeff Johns,
second
and
one.
It's Johns and Robinson.
Yeah, and I mean, the best part so far was like the beginning to me, and not that was necessarily well written, but it had the JSA. And then that's not cool. There. Now you just have, Stargirl and Stripe, and Luke Wilson's fine, but he's just Luke Wilson. And the best part of that show, I would say, is Stripe, like the robot. Like I think they did a good job on it. But it's nothing what I remember Stargirl being. Like I don't remember the cosmic rod being sentient.
Oh, no, that wasn't.
And I don't remember.
What?
Yeah, like it chooses Star. And was she related to
Jack Knight?
No, she's related to. She is the stepdaughter of the dude that's in Stripe.
Right. Yes. Yeah. But does she have like any direct relation to a Starman? I don't recall that being the case.
I don't think so.
There's a lot of stuff in that show that I see why they may have chosen to do that. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was pretty weak sauce, and that was kind of disappointing. I thought it was maybe be a little bit better, just because like at least Titans and Doom Patrols, they try to do a little different. Not saying that they're necessarily always successful with that, but this is straight up CW. It's borderline Garbo. Like it's just it's super disappointing because I was thinking, JSA. I think they're gonna make like a new JSA, but like, I don't know, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you been watching CW shit, and did you watch The Crisis, and did you like The Crisis?
No, I didn't watch Crisis. I watched like 3 seasons of Arrow, which is more than enough, I would say. And I watched 1.5, maybe 2 seasons of Flash. Those shows are all like okay. Okay, as about as good as I can give it. I mean, at least Flash can be fun sometimes, mindless fun because of the characters. I don't know.
I watched The Crisis.
Did you like it?
I did. Well, no. Let me, like you said, did I
you
like
liked it because
No,
everyone was there. It was
Yeah.
a bit. They tried to do a big
Anytime
thing.
they do those crossovers, they do a pretty good job because they at least have it cuts a lot of the fat out.
Yeah.
And so this one was good because a lot of different multiverse type people showed up, which was fun. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they had they showed the Titans, they showed like Swamp Thing, they showed, they showed a lot of stuff, a lot of and then of course Flash from the Justice League movie showed up, which was really awesome.
Oh shit, guys! HBO Max, they're gonna release the Snyder Cut, and we didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about that.
Are we just doing one episode today?
Gosh, should we just talk about the Snyder Cut in the next episode?
Yeah, let's just
talk about it, and then we do what we had planned next week. Because, I mean, I think we need. I think we need.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, let's end this episode on Ron. Ron, the pressure's on you. Don't let that helicopter cut your head off. Tell us.
Mine will be short and simple. I watched a French animation movie called Minuscule, Valley of the Lost Ants. The reason why I came across it, because it has no dialogue, and I thought it would be fun to watch with the kids. And it's actually a pretty cool movie. It's battling between a set of black ants and a set of red ants over sugar cubes. It's, if you want mindless fun for about an hour and a half, it's a good movie if you can find it.
Okay, so give me the info on this, Ron, because I know that you're on the dark web for weird shit like this. So, is it somewhere that I can actually watch it, Ron?
Of course, yeah. It's where everybody can watch it. Just get out there with your fingers, do some searching, you can find it. You can find everything.
Poor Ron's kids. I tell you, Ron's kids are like, Daddy, we want to watch it. And Ron's like, I've got an hour and a half silent French cartoon for you.
By the way, that's a better fucking episode name. It's like
hour and a half silent French cartoon.
No, it's just called Poor Ron's Kids. That's how it's called.
Oh man. Yep.
Oh my god.
I'll change it to Poor Zorb.
I'm not calling it Poor Ron's Kids.
No, it's called Poor Zorb's Kids. They're like literally. Here's the thing: in the apocalypse, in the world that we live in, we're going full circle here. Ron's kids are probably more prepared for the world than we are because they know about the dark web, where we don't.
They've got many Zorbs. I'll just toss them in there and just roll them around. Yeah, they're good. Beach balls.
The young Zorbs, man, they're gonna fucking inherit the earth. Anyway,
all right,
this one up.
Wrap it up.
We're done.
You wrap it up.
If you guys want us to interact with you, then leave a fucking comment below. Like, subscribe, tell your friends that the Geek Savants are back, bitches. John, do you have anywhere that you want to fucking have people look at your stuff?
No. Not at all.
You don't have a website?
No. Fine. No.
Well,
I don't. Nobody.
For the first time in 11 episodes, I'm going to say go read mindpalacecomic.com. Hannibal is going to be on Netflix when this is released, and potentially a season 4 is coming. So we'll see. I mean, talk about that later. I don't know if that's actually true. I just imagine that it is. So
I need to watch the Red Dragon season. I didn't watch that season.
So you watched seasons 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Hella good. All right.
Oh, dude, those season finales are gut punches on that show.
Wait till you end season 3. You'll be like, what the fuck just happened right now? And then you're going to be like, where's season 4? And I think it's coming. We'll see. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later in the week. We got more coming. Anyone want to say anything? Ron?
Like, subscribe, comment.
If
Like,
you guys want to request any topics or anything like that, you can email us at thegeeksavants@gmail.com.
Or, like maybe a topic like what's your favorite vehicle from a movie or
Maybe.
TV show, maybe,
I mean, all right. I like that. 'Cause that's coming. It's coming very soon. All right. We'll talk to you guys in like 4 short days.
Bye.